Hi, welcome to Professor Kev Show. As you can see, I got my buddy Hans and Aren with us, and they're from Futures Financial. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so been on the show before, so want to kind of just recap. Tell us a little about Futures Financial. What is it that you do?
Yeah, so Futures Financials started around 2023, and it was really based on providing financial literacy education for the younger generation, like students, elementary school, all the way to high school, and now even collegiate people. And we basically teach all the financial literacy concepts, starting from like savings to budgeting, and we go all the way high level into like different investing strategies that professionals like Warren Buffett use. And we kind of break that down into interactive lessons for our students. And we do that through in-person lessons at schools, but we also do them online as well sometimes. And recently we've started a more tech-based, and we have an app I created that. It's called Tickershere, where basically anyone, as long as they have access to the internet, whether they're in the United States or not, they can access our education and practice on the app. And yeah, so we've raised around $15,000 to date, and we've made some pretty big partnerships. Most notably would be Google Health. And we also partnered with the Bank of Princeton, also NGPF, which is a leading nonprofit for financial literacy, Jumpstart Organization, FinMango.
Yeah.
And yeah, and we have 18 chapters, and they're international and in the United States. So I think we have in 7 different countries, some of them Uzbekistan, India, Singapore, Uruguay, and then across the United States. So North Carolina, New Jersey, New York, California. So yeah, in the future, we're definitely looking to expand our chapters. That's like the main thing. I think the more people that have access to our chapters is like the best way that we can spread our mission. But something we've also really been focused on, which Danny, our previous founder, really didn't put a lot of emphasis into, was we're thinking more like a policy approach as well as a tech approach. So
Yeah, I could
Aaron
take
can speak on the policy
so
Oh,
side.
I've been working with this with another pro organization, and one of our most recent events is we went on a briefing legislative online, and we had Senator Vin Gopal talk to us about one of the New Jersey bills called S-3462. And what this bill mandates is that every student in New Jersey has to take a required financial literacy course before they graduate. And having him as well as like a professor from Rutgers, his name is Professor John Longo. In that meeting, I feel like that kind of jump started that partnership with the Fly organization, which is the one I was talking about with Futures Financials. And what we're doing is we're trying to bring the Finlit approach also with the legislative policy approach to see how we can make changes for not only teaching more financial literacy to students, but also how we can make it more effective for people from like different backgrounds. And yeah, so something that I've noticed is that I want to expand Futures Financials not only among like the Bergen County area, but as we said, like we have the international space and that connection, but also to communities that are underserved. So making sure that everyone's receiving the proper education.
Yeah, because the chapters can only go really that far. But once you have like a really big policy or like legal backing, then it's much more like widespread and it's much more instant than like chapters, which we've seen like 3 years, only 18 chapters, which is a decent amount, but we definitely
okay.
want to spread that at once with the policy.
Yeah.
So he spoke of the policy. I'll speak more on the tech side because I think the beauty of tech right now with artificial intelligence is that we can kind of push this like everywhere. Like we're only in New Jersey. We can't travel that far. We can't go to different international countries. But the app that I spoke on, Tickersphere, is basically it's an investment simulator. So basically, you learn about different stocks. You can type in the ticker symbol or the name of the stock that you want to learn about, and it gives you a summary on all the key things that an investor would need. So it's like different ratios, P ratio, PEG ratio, price to book ratio. And you can also, the beauty of the app is you can trade on the app itself. So you can put in the trade and see how it performs, similar to how you do on a real account, except there's really not any risk because it's just paper simulated money.
Okay,
So
that's why I thought
that
you were buying trading stocks on your app. I'm like, he's kind
no,
of
no,
scared
it's
me for
just
a minute there, but like, whoa.
it's all paper. It's all paper.
Okay,
So
all right.
you get all the learning experience without any of the risk. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really good. It's completely free as well, so anybody can use it. All you need is internet. And the app is gamified. So there's other investment platforms out there who do paper simulated trading, but they're really like for advanced people. And that advanced like UI kind of drives away like beginner investors, especially like when they're young. So we made it very gamified and very interactive. And when you look at it, it's for beginners and it's very easy place to start. Yeah.
All right, so let's go backwards. So I like that you're starting at elementary school because sometimes we wait till high school, but you already have some bad habits even when you're little. I have 7-year-old nephews, and we're trying to teach them, okay, take some of the money and spend it, but save some. It's just basic stuff like that. They think, oh, they actually tell me, just go to the machine where you put your card in and it gives you money. They think it just dispenses money, so you got to fix that and stuff. And it really amazes me that every state doesn't have a mandate for financial literacy. A lot of states do, but you see more and more still don't, because that's really going to push your initiative, because they're going to say, all right, they've already put things in place. Now we can just work with you to be able to, meet our obligations and stuff. I hope that really does pass, because it's just, it just stinks when you see students. I'm a college professor. I have students that don't understand finance. They have a lot of debt, and then you try to
Yeah.
leave school and get a car loan, and they're like, sorry, bro, you can't afford it. You have bad credit and stuff. So, all right. So I know you guys got to run, so as do I. So, last question, 3 to 5 years out, what does this look like? What are we hoping to accomplish?
All right, I could take this one. So what I'm planning to do is, as well as expanding chapters in our network among the communities, something I like to do is for passing it on to the next generation of leaders. So I do know a few couple of motivated leaders in our school, but also I would like to expanding to these middle schools and high schools, find other dedicated and motivated leaders that would be willing to take on the initiative and keep on expanding our network. But also one more thing is making sure that not just New Jersey, but every state is like seeing this change in legislative policy for everyone to have these financial literacy courses in
All right,
place.
last question. Tell us quickly about being a leader. What does that mean? So if someone's watching saying, I'd like to have a group, but they may like, well, it sounds like a lot of work. What's involved in running a chapter if you want to start one?
Yeah, yeah. So for me, what means to be a leader is not only being capable and taking action, but also making sure that your responsibility is what reflects upon the people that you're leading. So making sure that those people also have the qualities for wanting to be a leader, not only just now, but in the future, so that once they have that capability of what it means to be a leader, they can take on that role in the future.
And also like starting a chapter, like when we started Future Financials, we like there's a lot of work in it. But when you're starting with like a group of friends and group of people that similar age, similar ambition, it actually becomes like a lot of fun in the process. Like we can talk about it, and when we get successful or like we create a new chapter or raise even more money, like we kind of have like a celebration within us, and it kind of makes us keep going. So that I think that leadership, being able to collaborate with your team and like really emphasizing and taking the most out of these successes, and yeah, just working together to grow it as big as possible. It's just a fun experience in general.
Okay, so what's the best way for people to reach out if they want to learn more about starting a chapter or getting involved?
Yeah, so you can go to futuresfinancials.com
But yeah,
or you can reach out to Hans Patel on LinkedIn or
yeah,
Aaron Anon on LinkedIn.
yeah. One
Awesome.
more thing.
Yeah.
Right now our website is currently down, but we're working to get it back up because like the transfer of leadership.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have it up soon.
Yeah, and we have a whole onboarding process for new chapters, and
Yeah,
we try to
yeah.
make it very easy on anybody that wants to
Beautiful.
grow.
All right, I appreciate you guys taking a couple minutes to call the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much.